What's up, guys? This is Mike with Michael Anthony Photography, and thank you for checking out my article in this month's Shutter magazine. Guys, this month I'm talking all about navigating the lighting landscape and going through all of the options that you have today as a professional photographer when it comes to purchasing equipment to help illuminate your subjects. We're really lucky because, as I said in my article, we are in a technological renaissance right now when it comes to different lighting products. A few years back, ProPhoto revolutionized the lighting industry by releasing the ProPhoto B1. It was the industry's first battery-powered monolight, and it helped me to be able to create images that I was never able to create before by using super high power, in addition to things like high-speed sync and ETTL when out on location. Now a couple years have gone by, and ProPhoto has released new iterations of that light, and other companies have also released very similar type lights that are a lot less expensive than what we had to pay in the past to be able to access this type of technology. I recently had the opportunity to test a couple of these lights, in specific the new Godox AD200, in addition to the ProPhoto B2 and B1 that I already had. Now, in my initial test, I was actually very surprised at the amount of power that this AD200 could put out. As you guys can see here, it's about the same size as a normal speed light. And then that's good for us photographers who like to travel and like to carry minimum equipment. In addition, it fits things like the Magmod modifiers that a lot of us have come to love and use in our day-to-day workflow. When I tested the light output from the ProPhoto B2 versus the AD200, I actually found that the AD200 was a stop and a half more powerful than the ProPhoto B2, and because of the Fresnel head, it actually rivaled the power coming out of the ProPhoto B1. And I know you guys are thinking the ProPhoto B1 is 500 watt seconds. This is 200 watt seconds, but as you guys know, the watt seconds really don't mean anything. What really matters is the guide number and all of the internals that are in part of the flash. Now, in my unscientific test, as I said, this did turn out to be a brighter flash, which is beneficial, but don't get too excited. There's obviously going to be drawbacks in a light that's only $300. Now, as a professional photographer, if you guys are out there with your clients and you guys are creating images for them, they're expecting you to be able to connect with them and be able to create images for them quickly without any problems. Now, unfortunately, in my tests of this light, I didn't run into to those benefits, actually. What I found when I was testing this light, when I got to the beach, it was a crowded location and it was full of different photographers. The moment I turned this light on, there were other people triggering this light. And I know that that can be something as simple as changing the channel, which is exactly what I thought. However, when I changed to channel 2, I still had people triggering this light. When I changed to channel 3, the light was still triggering. And soon I realized after that, it wasn't actually other photographers on all these different channels triggering the light. There was an issue with maybe the couple of photographers that were triggering the light on the location, even though I was changing the channel on this, still adjusting, and this light was being triggered regardless of what channel that it was on. In addition to that, I found that the power settings were inconsistent when I was using Godox's X1 trigger. And I also found that the modeling light happened to turn itself on and off sporadically. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. This is an incredible piece of technology. For the price point, $300, you cannot beat it. But these were just a few little quirks that I had to put up with on my first shoot, testing this with my clients. So what I want to go ahead and stress is that as a professional, you guys have to weigh reliability, build quality, and also the actual product itself, the power output, versus the cost and all of the other things associated. Another thing that I noticed when I took this thing out of the box for the first time was the build quality was actually really good, or so it seemed, right? The digital display was easy to read, the power was easy to adjust from the display itself. I wasn't a big fan of the trigger, but I do hear that they're coming out with a new trigger pretty soon, so I'm not gonna knock them so much for that as of right now. Hopefully it actually fixes the radio problems that I ran into with this light. But being on location, shooting on location, my first shoot with this light, the wind actually knocked over the stand and it landed on grass. I wasn't sandbagging it because, again, it's the whole point of this is to be portable, but the wind did knock over the light, which has happened with this plenty of times, and as you can see, it's got battle scars on it. However, the tripod mount on this broke immediately the first time that I dropped it. And I know, again, be careful with your equipment. Maybe some of you guys who are doing well in your business might say it's only $300. I'm just going to buy another one. I don't like buying equipment for no reason. But when things fall, I don't want them to break the first time around. Now, Again, small thing to put up with. If you are a starting photographer, if you're just beginning your career, this company is putting out some really, really good products right now, and not just them, but also companies like Photix. They're also putting out some really, really good products and things that you guys can get into using flash photography for a very, very low and affordable price point. At this point in my career, obviously we're going to be sticking with Pro Photo. I think it's more reliable. I think that I can make sure that our particular clients are going to be satisfied and not going to be running into issues with the triggering. But as I have said before, that is all subject to change. If technology comes out and it's better, we're going to work with what works best for our clients. So guys, again, I appreciate all of your comments on this video, on our article. If you guys have any questions at all regarding these lights, go ahead and give me an email at mike@michaelanthonyphotography.com or hit me up on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you guys next month in Shutter Magazine.